Right guys, shh, because the neighbours are still awake. Right, I've just come back from work, guys, and I've noticed that in the last week, one or two of my koi I've caught flashing, okay? And also, I've come back from work today, and I don't know if they're sleeping, but a few of the koi seem to be a little bit clamped up on the floor. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to strike when the iron's hot, and I've got my microscope upstairs, so ooh, flashing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little tiny scrape, because I have had a few fish introduced to this pond in the last maybe 4 weeks. Excuse the light. Bloody Ring cameras, stop it. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a scrape. I'll show you the fish quick. All right, so the Shiro is down here. It's not, it's the water params are okay, so I'm going to check the water parameters, and also I'm going to do a little scrape on a few of the fish. So we'll see what happens, guys. The reason I want to do it now and not tomorrow is because I can just order the stuff now if I need, if it's fluke treatment. I haven't got stuff for fluke stuff, but I've got stuff for trichodinema. So I've got like the PP, which I don't particularly want to do because that's going to knock back the filter, isn't it? It's catch-22, and I've got my shower off at the moment. So it might be a simple fact that maybe there's a tiny bit of ammonia in there, but it doesn't look like there is. I've looked at the params and they look good. So what I'm going to do is again, and obviously they're clamping their fins up, so I think it's possibly something to do with the parasite. So let's have a look, guys. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. Right, okay guys, so the score is, I've just come back from work on a Saturday night. I've come back, I've had a look at my beloved pond, and some of the fish seem clamped up on the bottom. Now, it was dark, don't know if they're kipping or not, but what I'm going to do is, because I've introduced a few fish into the pond now from Neville, I got one from Gatwick Koi, I've got a couple from Koi Water Barn. I've seen a few flash now since I've taken down the backy shower. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to do a water param check, which I've done a couple of days ago, and I'll be honest with you, everything was fine. So what I'm going to do also is I'm going to take 4 scrapes. I got four plates out, glass plates, whatever you call them. I'm going to set up my my microscope, and I'm going to do 4 scrapes. So I'm going to scrape Nevs, so I'm going to go from Nevs, my Shiro. Now, I've got another Shiro in there, but I'm not showing you that until tomorrow, because that's a fish reveal, isn't it? And maybe a couple of my older fish as well. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to catch them in the net, take a little bit of a scrape. In fact, no, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do a water params check. And from there I'll decide. Now I don't think it's chlorine, because my big blue is only 4 months old and it's not been changed, the flow rate on that, so I'm pretty sure that there's no chlorine getting into the pond. So what I'm going to do is pond param check first of all. I'll be back in figures few, and that means really quick and army. Right guys, I've done a params check, and there's one thing I will say: I need a cover over this pond as soon as I can, because in times of heavy rainfall, this pH, KH, it just fluctuates like any man's business, no man's business. So what I'm going to do is, I've just done a params check, and let me show you. So I don't know if you can see those. So ammonia 0, nitrate 0, so they're good. So that shows the filter's working anyway. Okay. But then guys, I've just done the pH, and the pH has come back as 9. Now that's jumped up in 2 days. It's insane. So it's obviously got probably something to do with that. I've moved my backy shower, and maybe it's a little bit more unstable. So what I'm going to do is, I've got this in my arsenal. So I've got basically KH Buffer Up. Okay, so it's from NT Labs. I've never used it before. Now on the back it states when to use it. Now it goes on about KH, which is obviously part of the pH system, and it says to increase KH of your pond water by 3 to 4. Okay, DKH, add 50 grams of powder to 350 litres. Now obviously 350 litres, I've got 7,500 litres in here, but what I'm going to do is, because I don't want to go crazy with this, I'm just going to add 50 grams of this into the pond tonight, and I'll check it tomorrow morning, because at the end of the day, short term, that 9 on the pH scale is not horrendous. It's probably the reason why they're not that happy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, but I'm also going to do a few scrapes tonight as well, because I don't know, in the back of my mind I haven't done a scrape since April, April, and they haven't been flashing, but I'm pretty sure it's the pH level. But what I definitely need to do is get this new pump house done, which I'm going to show you tomorrow, and get this pond covered so it diverts most of the rainwater that goes on it, because the acidity in rainwater is horrendous, isn't it? You know, so anyway, I think, was it rainwater is like 5.5 or something like that. So let's do what we can do. Oh my god, idiot. She's lucky I haven't got a bloody gun or a bayonet on me, I know that. Right, I'm hoping you guys can see me. So we've got my trusty scales here, all zeroed with my Help the Heroes mug. Right, so just over 50 grams there. Let's get it in the old bucket of woe. Must say, what I normally do is put that in boiling water as well, so it really gets the juices going. Let's get in there. And what I'm going to do with this, guys, is pretty much just put it in. Okay, such a minute amount. What I normally do when I put in treatments is I normally introduce it into the through the backy shower or through the inlets in the pond, so it comes out both ways. But with such a small amount of buffer up that I don't think it makes much difference. Anyway, so that's that done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a couple of fish up and I'm going to give them a scrape. Oh! So let's do this really quick before the bubbles come back on. It's the first one. By the way, I've just got soaked. So that's the Shiro that we're going to put here. That's my Issa Showa. And there's my Danichi Kahaku. Do I need to do another one? I don't think so. So as you can see guys, a pond is not only for daytime. Sometimes you've got to come out as a man and do what you've got to do in the midnight hours. Obviously, we have to do these things. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put all this stuff away, take these scrapes straight upstairs when they are fresh, and we'll have a little look through the microscope, shall we? Oh! Right guys, so we're back in the house now. My missus is actually opening... She's so abusive. So my missus has just opened a bottle of Prosecco. But she's limited to one glass. Why are you limited to one glass?
Breastfeeding.
Because she's a mummy. Okay? So that means Daddy can have 3 glasses. Oh yeah! But what we've got here is the mucus of a fish.
Oh, nice. Put that in my Prosecco.
I will. Imagine putting that in the rim of a Prosecco. Right, okay, so what we do from here, guys, is... Let me tint this down.
Oh, that's gross.
So the first thing we do is, this is for my big Kahaku. Right, this is where we see if Neville's on top of his parasite treatment. So there we are. So that's the big Kahaku. This one here is my Issa Showa. So I'm trying to keep these in order, guys. And this one is from my new Shiro. Just get this a bit closer. Okay, so let's get the old microscope set up. Okay guys, here I am. So this is the first big Kahaku. This is Nev's bad boy. So actually the microscope I'm using, guys, if anybody's interested, is, I haven't got a clue. So I have now, because I just looked at the thing. So it's the Practitioner. Now I did look up this, and this I think was the best for a hobbyist of my caliber, which is not very high. But let's see what we can do. So what I've done is I've placed the slide I'm gonna get yourself into the center. I just can't remember how to use this. There we are. Okay, so here we go. Let's put that straight because it's gonna do my head in. Let's get this to about there. And let's get this up and down. So we're just waiting for this to get into focus, guys. Lovely, here we are. So now I've got it in focus, up and down, in and out, whatever you want to say. Now I can use these and scroll across to look for any creepy crawlies. Now I'm on the lowest magnification here, okay? This does give you one hell of a bad eye doing this. So I'm pretty sure we're going to find something because I haven't treated this pond for any kind of parasitic organisms since April or May. And I have introduced quite a few fish in here. Thought I seen something moving then. I must say, guys, that this does remind me of being back in the military. The amount of times I've looked through optics in my lifetime. I should have a sticker for it. So a quick tip for anyone that's doing this who does struggle with their eyesight, that I was told by my old sniper instructor that if you look at the colour green, it's the most soothing colour for your eye and it relaxes your eye. So if you've been looking in this for a while and you've got a bit of a funny eye, just look at something green for a little bit and it naturally just calms the eye down. I can't remember the reason why. I've got a funny feeling it's something to do with the human history. You know, obviously we grew up in rural areas and possibly we find that the less strenuous colour to look at. But who knows? I'll be honest with you guys, I can't see anything on this slide. I'm quite shocked, to be honest. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go up one more magnification. Just trying to get this focused in. The hardest bit is getting it initially focused, guys. Not gonna lie. I think my missus is watching Hell's Kitchen.
Lee, is that going to be bad for your YouTube?
No. Oh, here we go. Right. Here we are. Right. So now I am at Is it 160 magnification? No. It's, I don't know how it works. 40, whatever. It makes things a lot bigger that's small. Jackpot, guys. So it looks like I've got flukes. I've just found a load of them, which has come off, I'm not sure which fish, but regardless, we've got them. So, looks like we'll be doing a treatment at some point soon. Let me see if I can get them. I can't get them on there, but let's have a little look if I can get them on here. There it is, right on the tip of the button. Oh, he's going like a good one. He's a disco dancing. Now, I do believe that is a classic fluke. I am going to look it up, but it looks like I'm going to have to order a treatment from Cotswold Koi. And yeah, I think we'll treat the pond. I got a funny feeling this is why the fish are not that happy. Yes, so to be expected really. I have got koi from a few different locations lately, from a couple of koi distributors. Obviously not blaming anyone, these things happen. Could have just got them from anything, but the thing is, what we think we've got, well, what I think I've got is, if you look on there, I think I've got the classic skin fluke. So I'll order up some treatment for that later on, and I think we'll be treating for skin flukes next week at some point. So anyway, guys, I hope you like this little video. This is the apparatus I've been using, and for any koi hobbyist that hasn't got one of those, I believe a check in a koi supply is about £75 or something like that. So I think this only cost me about 150 maximum, I think. So I've used it twice already since I've had it, and it's told me the first time I had trichodema, and this time I've got classic skin flukes. Zang! So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. A little bit of an insight, my missus did. It's a little bit of an insight of what goes on in the slime coat of a koi. Guys, you have to get one of these. It's imperative. If you've got koi, you really need one of these. So anyway, let's order some stuff up, and I'll catch you in the morrow.